Welcome to the MemberSuite video series. MemberSuite is the just right answer to the needs of member-based organizations looking for a balance of cost and functionality. In this tutorial, we'll introduce you to more sophisticated financial management tasks. This tutorial is aimed at controllers and CFOs who will be managing the financial system. It's very important that you've watched the Accounting 101 tutorial before watching this one, as we'll build on concepts discussed in that video. There are a few things you'll need to do on a regular basis. The first is creating and then posting batches. Posting a batch writes out the GL entries corresponding to the batch transactions directly to the MemberSuite subledger, queuing them up to be transmitted to your accounting software. The next thing you'll do on a regular basis is close out your fiscal period at the end of every month, which involves recognizing any deferred revenue. Once you do that, you'll want to download financial activity in bulk to your accounting software, which we cover in the Integrating MemberSuite with Your Accounting Software tutorial. Lastly, probably twice a year or so, you'll want to wipe out all the old pro forma invoices that are taking up space in your system. Before you start using the system, you'll need all of the GL accounts that need to be tracked loaded in MemberSuite. You can do this by going to Setup, Financial Setup, and selecting Chart of Accounts. If you use projects or jobs in your accounting software, MemberSuite can handle that too. Just select Accounting Projects from the setup screen and input your projects here. Let's start with creating a batch. To create a batch, select Create a Batch from the Financial homepage. Each batch must be tied to a business unit, fiscal year, and period. Enter a name for the batch and a batch date. If you check Default Internet Batch, then this batch will be used by default for transactions that occur in the portal, such as invoices. You optionally use the batch for control information. This means that you can create a batch and specify how many payments should be in it and what the total payment amount should be. The batch can then not be posted until these amounts match up, allowing you to have a business process whereby one person counts the checks and totals them up, and another person inputs them into MemberSuite. You can also restrict access to batches by specifying security roles or user groups, and by selecting the Restrict Access checkbox. Click Save to save the batch. Let's quickly add a single invoice to this batch, just so we can see how it's posted. Once we add the invoice, we'll post the batch. Because posting the batch writes out debits and credits to the MemberSuite subledger, all of the product references in the batch must have GLs set. If not, the post will fail. You can look at the GLs tied to products by selecting the View Products link. When you're ready, select Post Batches. Now that we've posted a batch, we can close out the fiscal period. Of course, you can't close out a fiscal period unless all of the batches in that period are posted. Once you close a period, it will no longer be available for selection on any screen. To close out the period, go to the Financial module home screen and select Close Fiscal Period. Select the period that you want to close. Once you're ready, click Close Period to close the period. From time to time, you'll want to erase old pro forma invoices that are hanging around the system. These are invoices that will likely never be paid, like old membership renewals. From the Financial module, click Wipe Pro Forma Invoices. We'll need to tell MemberSuite what date we should use. Unpaid pro forma invoices that are dated prior to this date will be erased. The default is a year from the current date. Once we enter the date, select Preview to preview the invoices that will be erased. And we'll select Wipe Invoices to actually wipe the invoices. This concludes the tutorial. In this training video, we learned how to create and post batches and how to use batches as an accounting control. We learned how to close out a fiscal period and how to wipe pro forma invoices. For more information, see the MemberSuite online help or visit our online community at community.membersuite.com.